Hello again everyone and welcome to your midweek weather update. Things remain quite settled once again today, except for the passage of a cold front along the Eastern Cape coastal areas. Along with that, it's going to be fairly cloudy and we're also expecting a bit of light rain in places. We'll also see rain reaching the southern parts of KwaZulu-Natal by this evening. After a foggy start to the day, we're expecting a partly cloudy afternoon with no rain in the forecast over Limpopo and parts of Mpumalanga, while over the western interior some high-level cloud will be passing overhead, but it remains dry across the region. A coastal low is going to move along the west coast by this evening, and that's going to bring a chance of fog to the area later on. Now taking a closer look at our rainfall probability map, and there's up to a 60% chance of rain between Cape St. Francis and East London, while adjacent to this there's only a 40% chance that will extend fairly far inland. We could see a few drops of rainfall for Grahamstown and perhaps even into Umtata later on. Things will start clearing up during the course of this afternoon along the Garden Route coastline and the adjacent interior. Now for your maximum temperatures, and it's going to be a couple of degrees cooler over the Eastern Cape today, upper teens and lower 20s for virtually the entire province. 23 degrees as a high for both Kimberley and Bloemfontein into the central parts of South Africa, and on opposite ends of the country, both Cape Town and Pretoria reaching a maximum of 24 degrees, while it will be hot in places close to the west coast. Now for the detailed coastal forecast, and we're expecting light winds between Langebaan and Alexander Bay today, averaging at 15 kilometers per hour, and that's accompanied by a fairly low swell of about 2 meters. Now we're expecting fresh winds at first around False Bay, but those winds will become lighter, averaging at 20 kilometers per hour this afternoon. Swells somewhat elevated at about 2.5 meters, 4 to 5 foot breakers expected. Along the southern coastline, we're expecting a steady easterly to southeasterly wind across this region, and along with this, swells are remaining fairly unchanged. You can expect high tide this afternoon at 24 minutes to 4. And for the eastern coastline, we're expecting moderate wind speeds for most areas, light in Richards Bay at 15 kilometers per hour, swells quite low, averaging at between 1.5 and 2 meters. That's all from the Weather Centre. Have a great Wednesday.
Know more about your world.
eNCA.com